Alright, I'm back at the Ballito Tidal pool this afternoon. It's low tide, spring low, and today I'm going to hunt an octopus. I'm pretty sure we'll find two of them. You're allowed to keep two on your permit, and they are fast-growing animals, and they actually are delicious. So I'm going to catch us an octopus and I'm going to cook it up and show you how to make octopus taste like crayfish.
Octopus definitely tend to stick around mussels, their favorite food. The best way to find them is to scratch around in all the cracks and crevices and under the overhangs around these mussel beds. Often a giveaway will be a little rock pool or a small crevice where there's a lot of broken mussel shells, as the octopus will lie in that crack and crevice over the low tide and crack open those mussels and eat the meat, and then often they'll almost hide under the broken mussel shells. Just a note to all of you filming yourselves: don't use your phone upright, put it sideways. Don't make a rookie mistake like I did. I'm used to being filmed by a cameraman, not doing it myself, but this just goes to show how simple it is to film it yourself. Just one tip of that: hold your phone sideways, not upright. When looking for octopus, obviously low tide is the time to go. One thing you've got to keep in mind though is the ocean. Never take the ocean for granted. Don't turn your back to the sea. It's an old adage that's been around for years and years and years. Never turn your back to the ocean. The ocean will surprise you at any given time. The official limit for octopus is 2 per person per day. You're only allowed to be in possession of 2, so you can't catch octopus and freeze them and keep them in your freezer at home in great numbers. And besides that, frozen octopus doesn't cook as well as a fresh octopus. An octopus is a very fast-growing mollusk and can actually be quite full up in all the areas and the right places. However, 2 octopus is a lot of meat. They're very rich, so I tend to take 1, which I will still use some of for bait, and leave my second one to go free. Unless I'm feeding a large family, then I'd obviously have grabbed 2.
Alrighty, so we got our octopus there. As you saw, I dispatched it. The best way to do that is to turn it inside out, and then to tenderize it, you beat it on the rocks. So if you're a bit squeamish, don't look now, just look away or pour or fast forward or something. But it's the only way to treat an octopus correctly, to dispatch it, obviously humanely. And then I'm going to head home now. I'm going to prepare that octopus for you guys.
If I could encourage everyone out there to grab your phone next time you go fishing, just make sure you use it sideways, not upright, and film yourself doing your favorite thing. Send the footage to us, we'll edit it, we'll add the music, and we'll air it. So it's easy, just do it, and you can earn yourself some money. You get tackle, t-shirts, all kinds of goodies. Just get out there and do it. It's simple.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly run through how to clean an octopus. You saw the gruesome part of me beating it on the rocks, and that breaks down the tendons and actually helps the octopus become tender while you're cooking it. But cleaning is quite simple. As everyone would know, an octopus has 8 tentacles, unless they've been to war, and they've got a few less. And then it's got a head, its eyes, and its beak. Beak is situated in the center of the tentacles down there. So what we're going to do is basically just take our knife. We're just going to cut right below the head. So basically going to cut the head off, and then we're just going to take that beak out.
And that is it, ready to be cooked. You don't have to skin it, you don't have to do anything else to it. You take its head off because that contains all the guts. Take the beak out because if you had to cook the beak you'd have a rather crunchy section, and that's ready to go into the pot. Alright, as you saw, put a nice octopus on the rocks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to prepare an octopus. And actually, if you do it this way, when it's finished, the flesh tastes almost like crayfish flesh. It's not tough, it's absolutely delicious. One thing I will say though, octopus is a fantastic bait. I'm not going to waste, not that it's going to go to waste, but I am going to rob 2 of its legs for bait. It's one of my all-time favorite fishing baits, especially for Natal stumpnose. So that I'm going to take 2 legs, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put it in my bait freezer. So this octopus has been harvested not only to feed my family, but also so that I can go and catch a nice big stump nose, or at least target one and attempt to catch one. So there we go. Just a tip on storing bait like that is try to get as much of the air out of the packet as you possibly can by folding it and then ziplocking it. And we can pop it in the freezer. Okay, so what we have here is we have the fire going. I've got the Bush Baby flat bottom poiki pot on there with about 2 liters of water in there and about 2 tablespoons of plain table salt. And I'm getting that nice and hot. And what I've got here is the octopus that we caught on the rocks. You watched me catch that one. And then on this side I have a couple of aromatics, just some parsley, flat leaf parsley and curly leaf parsley out of my garden. I have a lemon just quartered, half a lemon quartered. I've got some onion, some bay leaves, and 2 or 3 cloves of garlic which I've crushed and taken the skins off of. And I'm just going to pop those into the water. And this really only adds a bit of flavor to the octopus. The trick is the length of time you boil it for. So these are just really aromatics. It does help. The lemon I find helps with tenderizing slightly. But so basically what we have there is a pot full of those beautiful aromatics, fresh herbs, some lemon, fresh lemon, and some red onion. And then the octopus, there's a little trick. So we've got to wait for this water to start boiling, and I'll show you the trick. This is what the professionals say you got to do with an octopus to get it to go tender. You take it into the boiling water and you dip it in. And you take it out. You see those tentacles? You do that once, and then you do the second time. In and out. Let the water drip off, and then you let that water go back to top temperature. So basically what I assume is it's that excessively hot temperature of the rapidly boiling water which breaks down the tendons quicker. So that's why we've done it twice, and then we wait for that to get back to the boil, because obviously as you put the cold octopus in there, you reduce the heat. Now we wait for that to get back to the boil, as you can see, and then we drop this in there. Just going to push it under. Chosen tool today is a pair of scissors. Okay, then we're going to close it up, and for that size octopus, which is a medium sized octopus, we are going to leave it for 45 minutes. So boiling, make sure there's a flame under the pot for 45 minutes, and then we take it out, and then I'll show you what to do with it further. Okay, there we go, that's 45 minutes of boiling in the pot. And as you can see, if you look in the water, all the water's actually gone purple, and that, I stuck it in with the skin on, by the way. I didn't mention that. I don't take the skin off, I leave it on, the suckers, everything just as it is, just like that. Okay, in a bowl. This water, I suppose you could use it as a stock or a soup, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to discard that.
we're going to stack the fire up again, because I'm going to actually put that on the coal, over the coals now. That's perfect. Okay, next step. Alright, there I have some garlic. I'm just going to throw the garlic in there. About half the chopped garlic. There's 2 cloves I chopped. About half that in there. Some freshly ground black pepper. This is Himalayan herb salt. Get some salt on there. Some olive oil. So don't be shy with the olive oil. And then lastly, a good squeeze of lemon juice. Okay, and I'm going to use the entire lemon because we can still use that afterwards. And then we're just going to give that a good stir around. Flip it over. And make sure you coat that entire octopus in all that lovely olive oil and lemon juice. You can actually do that during the grilling process, because we're just going to stick it on over the coals now and grill it.
Smells so good.
And yes, as the cameraman woman says, it smells so good. Spread it up nicely so that you can get all the tips and the ends all crispy. I'm going to leave that over the coals there, just so it crisps up on the edges, and then we'll flip it over. I'll stir it back in those lovely juices with the garlic and stuff. Do the other side. Then we're going to trim it up and eat it. Okay, there we go. Ready to be turned over. Just going to rub it around in there again. That's done now. See, it's nice and crispy. There's got char in there, and I'm not wasting any of that lovely juice from earlier. The olive oil and everything, it's going back in there. Stir it around in there again. We're going to go back to this side. Just going to trim it into bite-sized chunks. Okay, so it's basically trimmed up. Stir it through all that lovely juice. My wife behind the camera is saying, "Gosh, it makes me hungry." And it's not even finished yet. Alright, to finish that up, once again, some salt. This time it's Himalayan herb salt. A little bit of salt on there. A little bit more pepper. The balance of that lemon juice squeezed on. Do it through your hands so you catch the pips. Okay, and we've got some parsley and some coriander. Just picked. I'm just going to roughly chop that. And the rest of the leftover garlic, fresh garlic in there. And another little glug of olive oil. And we can stir that around. And this is a meal fit for kings. You can have this on top of a salad. You can have it as a side, as a starter. Do whatever you like. We just like to have a little starter, so we'll have a bit of that, and then we'll go into whatever else tickles our fancy. There you have it. Delicious, tender, very tender octopus. This is close to crayfish as you're going to get. So good.